Thank you for having me.
Oh, dang
We
it. I missed all of that. I wasn't streaming. Sorry, go ahead. That's not going on YouTube. I wasn't recording. Dang it.
He is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Welcome to the Trinity MMO Show, episode 59. It's the Trinity MMO Show. This week on Trinity MMO Show, daily quests from your game masters, the main story quest. What would you prefer to play as a character, male, female, or something else? Your escort quest, it may be something from Godfuzz, who knows? We'll see what happens there. And our world events. Welcome to episode 59. Glad to have you here. Welcome to MMO News and MMOpinions. The Trinity, of course, in the show's title refers to a group of closely three-related items or things. And in this case, we have 3 of 3s, or maybe not. The first Trinity, of course, is the Holy Trinity of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Second Trinity, of course, is tank of MMO rank, tank, healer, and DPS. The third Trinity is 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe not. And then they still count at 3. So we have 3 still. Trinity is still, coming out all over the places, but not as exciting as it used to be. As always, we have our MMORPG experts to guide you and me. Special guest, Godfuzz, tonight.
Hello, thank you for having me.
We have our sensei of MMO games, SirJahzeal.
Hello.
And our resident senpai. We have a resident senpai, YouTuber at Coffee RPG Solomon SK.
Oh my.
And then there's me, Kennethan.
I can't make that joke again. The moment already passed.
Each week we catch with you with our MMO news and MMO opinions. It's time for some quests.
Someone please play the OK Boomer for me, please.
I'm not used to always having 4 people in the pain here, okay? So clearly I made some mistakes. So sue me. All right, our daily quest is where all your quests begin, and who better to guide you on your adventure than the Trinity Game Masters? All right, Riders Republic. You probably heard me talk about this because E3, Ubisoft showed this wonderful game. It's the extreme sports themed MMORPG. Open beta begins August 23rd to 25th. So sign up today. Go do it. I did, so she bought a fine. Blizzard news is just a daily thing now, okay? Everything, every day, something new pops up. So massively this past Sunday, noted that Diablo community manager recounts low pay, sexually threatening culture, and a mistreatment at Blizzard. The hit stop, don't stop ending. Even though after the last show, I called it, Jalen Brack did resign. Now we're just waiting for Bobby Kotick to resign. Interpretive Studios, the makers of that wonderful game that I kickstarted and hopefully will come out one day, Ashes of Creation, announced their recently Alpha 1 test is now ending August 15th. So Alpha leads to Beta, and later Beta leads to a final release. Valheim, not necessarily an MMORPG, Hearth and Home will update changes in a food system, scheduled in third quarter of 2021. Third quarter. Just give me a freaking date, okay? PAX Australia has been canceled. Yep, I had to go cancel my airplane tickets, so not going there. Nah, wasn't going to go, but they canceled last year too. They're going online. Now, PAX West in Seattle still is a go, so I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, okay? But it's getting interesting out there because things are starting to head back toward places we don't want to go to anymore. All right, next up, we're going to have SirJahzeal. He's going to walk us through his daily quest.
All right, so this week I've only got 2 things. There were some things that were already covered there, including Valheim that I was going to cover. But for those of you who didn't, by the way, as an add-on to the Valheim, they do have it's very short. I think it's like 1 minute long on YouTube that shows what changes it was really short. So you should be able to fit it into your schedule. But I like the changes they've made, and like Kennethan, I really would like a date. This third quarter stuff, but you know what? Go ahead, finish it, polish it up, and get it to us working. I'm fine with that whenever it is, even if it's fourth quarter, because feel like we're pushing it now. So we have as my first one, indie Toronto, Canada-based studio sorry, it's MIR. I keep saying MR every time I talk about them. Cybernetics Corporation has presented a free alpha trailer, which is also on YouTube. While you're over there watching the Valheim thingy, for their upcoming sci-fi social sandbox MMO called Galaxies of Eden. If Galaxies makes you think of anything, Star Wars Galaxies, that's because there are some very significant, obvious nods to the game in there, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit, as well as if you go watch the trailer, it'll be pretty obvious.
You can be an artist. And what they show? They show someone dancing. I'm like,
dancing and setting up their own shops, making money, just doing
okay.
Playing instruments, yeah. As I wrote in here, there are obvious nods to the old school MMOs such as Star Wars Galaxies I just mentioned, and I kind of saw some Anarchy Online kind of stuff going on there. I did go look at the people that were posting responses to the videos to see if I was off base there, but I saw quite a few of guys my age group that played Anarchy Online back in the day that said, yeah, they noticed that as well. So they state the studio states that the player community will be in control of building establishments, making their own cities and everything. And the economy is going to be up to the player base, which sounds interesting. It has been done before successfully and not successfully, so we'll see how this game goes. They are promising a zero pay to win, and as of right now, this is kind of weird to me because I've just got so used to it being on the shop, but no paid cosmetics. But rumor has it this will be a subscription model. I could not find anywhere to substantiate that. I just see a lot of people who say that they know someone that works for the studio that told them that. So don't take that as gospel yet. All right. But the alpha should arrive. This is from the studio in early 2022. So I believe they did indicate first quarter. And the interesting side note that I saw was that alpha players will get to keep 80%. I don't know why that, not 100% or zero, like most games do, of their active and passive skills once the game launches. So it's not a full wash. You're going to be able to keep a lot of your skills and abilities that you gained during alpha and beta phases.
Well, it kind of makes sense if it's 20%, because you might find some fixes they got to fix up, right? So they can't guarantee keeping everything.
Yeah, I would say that's probably smart.
When you say old school, I couldn't help but thinking, yeah, the graphics are old school too. I'm like, oh my word.
The graphics look at
I hope it's
least
just pre-alpha.
10 to 15 years old.
Unless they're gonna, it says on Unreal Engine, so maybe they'll be cleaning things up. This is just rebuild stuff,
Maybe the character models in the character creator section looked okay.
Oh, that's true. Good
but
point.
Then when they showed, but when they showed the in-game characters, it looked really wonky. I'm not gonna lie, and it definitely did remind me of Anarchy Online and even Dark Age of Camelot, and it's going back now.
Turn off for me.
This is pre-alpha. This is pre-alpha footage. I'm sure that they're going to put more work and effort into it. We'll see where it goes. I know that, gosh, I can't remember what we talked about. It was last year. We talked about what we would like to see more of, and one of my things was I'd like to see more sci-fi injected into the MMO world. And it looks like we've got some more here coming along, and it's exciting. I'll probably give it a shot and see how it plays. But yeah, I will. When you go watch the trailer, you will see what we mean. Don't be ready to be impressed with the character models, nor how they move. Their movements are really
wonky. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next thing is, you guys know that I've all been talking about Guild Wars 2's End of Dragons coming up. I'm going to just read the blurb that they put out themselves. So the first Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons Elite Specialization Beta event begins next week from August 17th to August. What did I do there? I put an
I don't
extra.
know. Yeah, you
Okay,
messed the
August
notes up.
21st. August. I don't know why that extra letter was there, but apparently I can't type. August 17th through August 21st. You can log in and play all 3 of the brand new elite specializations coming in Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. You do not need to pre-purchase the expansion to join the fun, and everyone with an official account, which you can get for free, by the way, in case all of you forgot how many times I've said that the game is pretty much base game is free, and is in good standing, of course. So hopefully none of you did something stupid and got banned. Um, is invited to try them out, and they are really wanting people to come on board and just do everything that you can to try and break it because they want to fix stuff. It sounds really encouraging. They ended with create a free Guild Wars 2 account today, and you too can be on the cutting edge of Kennethan combat techniques. I have seen a lot with these new classes that are coming out, and they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I definitely would say, even if you just have a little bit of interest, I know it's an older game. I know it was placed on its deathbed and then resurrected, and now it's like I hear doing pretty okay. Definitely not as okay as Final Fantasy 14 or any of the big 4, but it's doing pretty well. It's got a nice active. We got a cow inside of our chat there. Yeah, it's doing really well. Did pop on a couple weeks ago, and there was a lot of active people in there playing and selling stuff and adventuring. It felt alive, which was fantastic because when I played last year, it definitely did not feel that way at all. But I would say it's worth a try. It's worth a try to go see what's
Free.
going on with all of
Why
that.
not? Like I said, it's free. Yeah.
It's free.
Unlike Star Citizen, it felt alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Citizen.
Yeah, that's why we don't.
Sci-fi.
I put a
space
lot of
game
money
event.
into Star Citizen.
Glad I didn't. All right. Thank you, JahzealL. Now we're going to head
Someday.
ourselves to Solomon to give us the news of things, I guess. I don't know.
Fuzz actually said what's on the thing. I read his lips. First thing I'm going to talk about is actually Star Citizen. Hey man, it's your loss.
Yay!
They released
I'm
a
going
new
to leave
alpha.
while you talk about this.
Legitimately, like it doesn't bother me at all. I accept his flaws. It's taking too long. It has too much crowdfunding. It's like yup, and yup. So like legit, it's probably still one of my most anticipated games that I'm looking forward to, just because the immersion of the game is that like of something that I've on a scale that I've never seen in any other game, especially with regards to MMOs.
Yes, it would just freaking release someday.
What do you care? You're not gonna play it.
It'll be someday. It just
Let's just hope the
Over yonder.
rapture hasn't happened yet, okay? That's all I'm wondering,
that's when the
That's
rapture's happening.
first.
I'm a
Two
sci-fi
minutes.
space.
You'll be fairly close.
I'm a sci-fi space guy. I would have put money into it if I had the time, right? I forget why I didn't do it, right? But just right.
Well, again, it's just like feature creep is real in that game, and I totally accept that. Doesn't make it right, but again, it's like sometimes like a lot of these companies, like they'll do things you don't like, but I mean, what can you do other than just complain a lot?
Just want to watch
Yeah.
the world
Right?
burn.
We could do that.
So, anyways, they did release a new alpha, and they released a new section of this planet that looks very similar to the what do you call it? The Sky City that you see in
Bespin?
no. Well, I don't know what the actual city is called, but it's actually at the end of Empire Strikes Back. Up in the clouds, the cities.
Bespin?
Is that what they call it?
Well, it's Empire Strikes Back. Lando Calrissian
Right.
was the Bespin. That
Yep.
was the
Yeah, and so I think the inspiration was pretty evident if you actually look at the trailer of that particular update. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. It is. I'm looking at the trailer and it's like the cloud technology that they use to fully immerse yourself into that world to make it even more realistic. It is pretty dang impressive stuff. And yeah, it's you can fully experience it again if you're part of the alpha. I've installed it, but I haven't checked it out, unfortunately, just because there's not enough hours in a day, like I always say. But yeah, I believe it's alpha 3.14 if I'm not mistaken. And there's
3.14?
other
Pi? I think we should go download it then. Pi. Hey, that's gotta be the never mind.
Again, I don't know if that's not 100%. I'm pretty sure it's 3.14, but that could be wrong. No Man's Sky, they teased a new expansion called Frontiers. They also released a 5-year anniversary video as well. So
5 years? Are you kidding me? 5 years
yes,
now?
I am totally kidding. I just made that up right now.
Man, I was gonna buy the game and didn't, and it crashed and burned. I haven't bought it yet.
Yeah, it's a 5-year. Yeah, they're gonna release a new expansion, and yeah, they did release a 5-year anniversary video, showcasing their sort of progress and things to come. So
I should just buy it.
Forward to.
Next Steam sale, I should just buy it.
Riders Republic is the extreme sports MMO. It's not really an MMO in my opinion, but
Well, they call
the
it
betas. They do call it that, but
and I just mentioned it, by the way. You know, were you listening to me?
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. Well, did you also know? Sorry, crap. I totally didn't listen, did I? Sorry.
But we
about
didn't
that.
get to talk about it. That's the sad thing. I had stuff to say about that one.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh well, again, going against the grain. I'm actually looking forward to that too, just because it's not your stereotypical violent swords and guns sort of game. And I think Ubisoft is taking a chance on that, and I would definitely support them on that endeavor. But anyways, yeah, like beta signups. Sorry, I totally wasn't listening. My apologies, Dad.
It's okay. You're forgiven.
It just makes it funnier when Gotfuzz is here. I don't know why. He's
his
just
face.
there. It's like you say the most mundane thing, and because Gotfuzz is here, it just anyways.
Because someone is here around your age, you're not stuck with two boomers. They'll SirJahzeal's face just.
He did.
Well, he's not a boomer. He's
amused.
Gen X, okay, but you know.
Oh, he's Gen X. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
I repent and what is it? Sackcloth and ashes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not
Sorry,
that
Solomon.
old.
Keep
It's
going.
like I'm not Ken old.
No
Close,
one's Ken
though.
old. Well, my dad's not Ken old. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. One sec. Black Desert Online, their Corsair Awaken class is going to be coming out this week, tomorrow specifically. I'm really looking forward to that. I think the Corsair is probably one of the best classes that they actually made for the game, despite the fact this is their technically, I think, 29th class in the game.
Isn't that a mouse?
A Corsair? No.
Yeah.
In Black Desert Online? No,
it's a brand of mice, okay, and keyboards. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know what's funny?
I get
they actually did a partnership with Corsair.
They did. That was smart of them.
Yeah, and they actually gave away Corsair products with the release of the Corsair class. That was pretty clever. I thought
It was.
I think that's it. I got some other ideas, but they're not MMOs. Hang on, real sec. One quick. Let me go through these one more time.
Jog just gave you a help there, okay?
we could go back and talk about it. We could return your Sir
Oh,
Jahzeal.
I know. Let's go forward to Godfather. Let him do it then, okay?
Well,
Wait,
what
really
else?
quick,
Wait, what?
Ashes of Creation. They released another package, and so if you want to get onto the alpha test and the beta test, you're welcome to do so by purchasing
Yep.
this new package called Seers of Blackroot. It has like this Middle Earth forest naturey type of skins, but yeah, you still have to fork over $500 if you want to get into their alpha.
Yeah, I'm
What?
Anyways,
not doing it. I think I got
that's it.
I did Kickstart for their beta, so we'll wait that happens, okay? All right.
There's less expensive ones like $200, but that only gets you into the betas.
All right, we're gonna pass it to Godfuzz. See if he's got any data quests for us. Godfuzz, guest.
So yeah. The guest bringing some news. So there's been some news. I don't know if anyone's been following, but there's this small streamer named Asmongold who's been streaming Final Fantasy after leaving World of Warcraft, and so many people are upset at Blizzard about it. First, they hated him for playing his game or their game, and now they hate him for not playing their game. So much so that they're arguing with his fan base online and doxing people, even. So, a story that was brought forward by, I like to follow him, the Quartering. I remembered it while we were kind of going. And he was talking about how some of these people, I'm not going to use their names on the internet, but they were doxing other people who were having hot takes about Blizzard games. And they basically said that, well, if we got rid of all of these system designers, you wouldn't have any systems. To which I
Yep.
would respond, well, if there's no more garbage systems in World of Warcraft, then praise God, because then we could play it again. That would be fantastic if you could just stop putting conflated systems into this game. But
Wow.
another fun fact in news, so Blizzard devs digging a further hole already, which is beautiful. I mean, their game is made terribly, and now they're digging holes by hating on their community. And furthermore, Asmongold, in his streaming, if you check his stream stats, New World, #1 in the last 60 days at 118 people on average watching it. Ashes of Creation, what Solomon mentioned, which has got its beta alpha going on, 116,000. Then Final Fantasy, a game that's out right now, free trial, check it out. 95,000 on average for Asmongold. World of
Wait,
Warcraft is all the way down at 48,000 on average for him.
he was able to stream Ashes of Creation. I thought that was under NDA.
No, there are some people who stream I get.
Really?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had a community event. Yeah, you weren't
Yeah.
invited.
Oh.
I didn't really
They had a
watch
limited
it.
number.
I'm waiting for the beta, so but I mean anything right now is like might change in the future, so that's why I don't bother.
It's racist.
Asmongold's a jerk. That's my hot take. He's a jerk. Listen
The-
to his videos, man. He's a jerk. Okay. You know,
I mean,
anyways, I don't
Asmund
watch
is
him.
a jerk. He is a jerk in some ways, but he tells the truth about why WoW sucks. And the reason why WoW sucks is that the developers don't play the game. That is the only way that this game can be as awful as it is right now, is they don't play the game. And if you look at Yoshi P, this man cosplays for his own game, and he plays his game, and he loves it. So, I mean,
Yep.
his cosplay is better than most. I
He made
watched
his
it at
own game?
FanFest. No,
He has his own game.
yeah, Final Fantasy 14.
So he single-handedly made that game.
No,
Got
with-
it.
with this single hand.
Oh,
With the single hand.
I see his point. You know,
Not
They
two
do
Actually,
hands.
they did bring him in to do when the 14 first launched and crashed. They brought him in to fix it, and so he's been there ever since. And even to the point where he's done so well, they've asked him to be the producer for 16 to try to keep it, going. So,
Yeah,
Is it?
Yoshi P is
anything else,
amazing.
Greffas? Or are you going to talk about Riders of the Republic?
I wanted to comment on that because I thought that would be insane. I'm surprised you didn't mention that it's going to be compatible, from what I saw, with VR. You'll be able to use your VR headset to do all those crazy things, which would be terrifying
don't
if
care.
you're scared of heights and
Right.
doing the
Good point.
doing the bicycle stuff down the ridges.
I skipped that because I don't really, but that's a good point. You could get some good things out of it. I'm looking forward to the game because it looks like a pretty cool idea of doing multiplayer, hang out with some people and just try to compete like that. So it'd be kind of fun.
Community events, GMA.
Community events, yeah, that's right. All right, thank you so much, Godfuzz. We are now going to go push the next button for some music on our main story quest.
It is time once again for the main story quest, where the Trinity Bros give you
what?
their MMO opinions.
Yeah, on purpose. Yeah, I just did that. I did it to just get him something. Okay, I knew you
Can't
couldn't
hear you.
resist. You know what?
I wasn't gonna say anything until you said something.
What? Can't
What?
hear who?
I'm just kidding. You said don't say anything.
I'm confused.
Oh, is that what he said? I didn't hear him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I was messing around, okay? Because I was, it's one of the things where you tell someone don't do it, they do it. I don't care if you're a kid or an adult. You tell anybody don't do it, they're gonna go,
What am I supposed to do?
don't touch that bottle. Anyways, okay.
How's
Time
it
for
go?
some, time for some
How's-
Trinity Bro opinions, okay, on our main story quest, okay? So, rolling a new character, okay? Rolling a new character. Now, reason why I bring this up is because apparently there are some studies that showing that men roll more female characters than women roll male characters, okay? So when it comes to a sample of 3,000 people, of course, it's funny how the sampling is 3,000, 74% of the sample is male, 23% are female, and 3% are non-binary, okay? So anyways, in the end, 76% of the 23% of the women prefer playing women characters, okay? 29% of 74% of the male characters prefer playing female characters. And then 33% of the 3% who are non-binary prefer playing female characters. In other words, 39% of the total player base would prefer playing a female character, which is why they should probably do more female characters. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to put to you all, start with Godfuzz first, okay? When you roll a character, male or female, or anything else in between, okay? And why?
I always go with male because I want my character to be strong, right? The whole fantasy of playing a game is like the idea that you are a strong character that you can't be or aren't as strong in real life. So when I pick a character, it's like basically the face will somewhat resemble me, but everything else is like I'm Tone, I am an Arnold version, Goku-esque version of myself in a video game. Or just really something cool with lore. Like World of Warcraft, I loved playing Undead. And I loved playing certain Tauren and stuff like that. I didn't the only time I played female is when it had a tactical advantage, like in PUBG, their hitboxes were smaller. So you wouldn't get shot as often.
Okay.
That's a good excuse. Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing
Covered.
MMO, I've
Covered.
been playing Army RPG since the early 2000s with Dark Age of Camelot. And I'm like, no, I'm a male. I'm going to roll a male character. My wife was a female. I rolled a female character. At some point, someone talked to us. I mean, someone was in chat or somewhere. And the realization was like, yeah, you realize, of course, that first off, most of the people playing these games are men. Okay, kind of get that, right? I mean, back then it was more like 80%, 20, And by the way, a lot of those females out there, they're male players. I go, what the? My wife and I were both like, what? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, why would you play anything? I was just totally blown away by anybody would play something that wasn't themselves, okay? And yet, I've also heard people say, yeah, the reason why I like playing the female character, because I'm going to in front of my screen all day long in third person, I want to see something attractive on my screen. I really don't see my character much when I'm playing a game. Solomon, what do you do when you roll a character? Male or female or something else?
So there's these, you could say, very wise brothers. Very, very, very wise. And they have a saying. And they used to end their videos with this particular saying, but they don't do it anymore. But it goes basically, do whatever the you want to do.
Yeah, it's true.
And
yeah.
That's just my opinion. It's like pretty much do whatever you want, right? I mean,
What do you roll?
I had similar experiences when it came to when I first started playing MMOs. Like I kind of had very similar experiences as you can, but after a while, it's just like whatever. You do what you want, right? I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to play the game. Don't tell me how to play mine, right? I generally, again, I could only, like, when it comes to mains, I could only main male characters for almost the same reasons as Godfuzz. I mean, does that mean I only roll male characters? No, because like for instance in Black Desert Online, all the classes are gender locked. So I
Oh
can't,
yeah, good point.
it's not, I don't have much of a choice there. But even then, if there are classes that aren't gender locked, I just feel like there are certain classes that feel more geared towards a female character for whatever reason. Like say a mage, I don't know. I'm just kind of just making stuff as I go along here. But yeah, as for mains, I always roll male. Like I get the whole, oh, I want to look at the screen, for 5 hours, but I don't know. That just I always find that to be a really creepy excuse, if you know what I mean. Like you just
Yeah,
gotta
I
stare
agree. I know.
at a woman for that long
A
and
fake
like
avatar that back in the
right.
Camelot days wasn't really drawn as well as they are today. So
Like I said, do whatever you want to do. It's just if that floats your boat, then fine, so be it. I'm not paying for your sub, so it's not like you should play how I think you should play. So, yeah, I think I think this is an issue, and I'm using that that word very liberally here. I think this is an issue that's going to get again worse. Again, using the loaded not loaded colorful terms here. That's only going to get worse as the year goes by because we have so many beta fails.
no, that's good. That's what I said. I thought about gender lock. You're right. There have been times I played a female character because of gender lock. I could have no choice but do that. Now, when Age of Conan came out, I had to roll a female just to see if it was true. Okay. Now, so SirJahzeal,
we need gender fluid characters.
they're making them. Okay, so they are. So SirJahzeal, what do you roll? Male, female, or something in between?
I always roll male unless it's a Japanese game.
Waifus.
No, only if I have
Waifu.
to.
Hey, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with waifus. Actually, there is. I'm just kidding.
It's like
I
Japanese or
always-
Russian.
Yeah, I always choose male if it's available. Yeah, unless it's a gender lock game, which there are several that I have played in the past that were. And it happens to be a class that is female only that I would enjoy that class. And I also being huge on lore and looking into like whatever race it is and seeing what the lore is with that. If I feel like that's something I can relate to and I can role play as, uh, that's what I go for. But generally, yeah, I select a male and I usually try to make it a vision of what I would like to be sort exactly like Fuzz said, I want it to because especially with my disability and whatnot, I'm not as strong as I used to be and whatnot. So I like to if I can make them look a lot more buff and powerful and intimidating, tall and all those things that I'm not, that's what I go for.
Full head of hair.
But yeah, well, I don't know. I kind of like this. It's easy in the morning. I just wake up and ready to go.
Unless you're going with that Stone
But-
Cold Steve Austin look.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's kind of an easy answer. We've known for a long time in psychology that men are very visually stimulated easily. And I understand when I have several friends that play female only and they're male and they're manly men and they give that same excuse. Well, the women have better clothing, they have better transmogs, they're pretty, but they're still powerful in the game, and I like that. And I just go, oh, okay. I mean,
That's true.
I'm not gonna die. Hey, I'm an American and I believe in freedoms, and if that's what they want to do, then that's cool. I don't have a problem with it. That's fine, unless they've got an issue with well, probably shouldn't say that word on here. So we'll say adult content or whatever. Then yeah, I probably will talk to them on the side about that. But uh, yeah, it
No.
doesn't surprise me at all that there's a lot of men out there that would prefer.
Yeah, which is interesting in that article because they talked about the fact that why don't they do better at making better female characters when so many people want to play them?
There are a lot of powerful female
I know,
characters
yeah.
in games.
I rolled on my Star Wars The Old Republic, my Jedi. I rolled a male character and I made him a little more beer belly like myself to kind of like be more accurate. Even though I do agree, every time I play that character, I'm like, I should have made him skinnier, a little more buff, to fantasize how I could be like, So we have in our chat, we have Sea of Awesome says all his characters are male. Because he's a dude, likes to play dude characters. Let's see, we had I thought someone else mentioned something else about doing. I thought Daily Planet post something. Maybe not. Must be
Actually,
missing something.
to be completely honest with you, I'm actually surprised that number isn't higher.
Yeah, I
fair
would
enough.
I would
Kind of them
expect it
too.
to be.
Yeah, like 29%, that's high, but I thought maybe 40%, to be honest with you.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
Well,
Daily
it was
Planet's-
only a sample group of 3,000, right?
That's
True.
true.
I'd still
And
argue
which
that's a
game,
pretty
too?
big sample.
It wasn't
It's like
And
it
which
didn't make.
game?
So Daily Planet said that depends on the character. There are female characters that are better than male characters, like Samus mentioned in Smash, for example.
Well,
let's see,
oh,
got
okay.
Retro's here in the house. Bro, got
Yeah,
Buzz
but there's
breaking
no
Unity.
option. And
I know. See that he broke the Trinity. This is heresy, okay?
Well, we have a trinity of beards right now because Solomon's.
Oh yeah.
Unable.
TM says that SOTOR, the female characters they do look better. Same, Sea of Awesome, I prefer male characters, etc. Said, okay, yeah. Awesome.
I can't
And-
grow a beard.
oh yeah,
Okay?
see, don't
Gotta
shame
blame
him
God
like
for
that.
that one.
My son
It
is
wasn't blessed the genes.
my
You
son is
need the
half
Asian beard.
well, no, see, yeah,
Ooh,
my
that'd be cool.
son is half Asian. He's tried to grow a beard and he feels so bad, but oh well. All right, so if you're watching on YouTube,
Beard shaming me?
let us know.
oh no, oh no, it's gone
I
there.
wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Fuzz.
Yes, I am.
If you have, let us know what you guys think. If you're watching on YouTube, okay, you get through all this stuff, then let us know what it is. And now we'll to the button on the next thing. So no one talk.
Walk with us as we escort you to safety, experience, and the adventure of a lifetime.
Then again, I can cut the tracks out. Okay, so that's the thing. So, all right, we're gonna let this open up a little bit to Got
You
Fuzz
still
because
pick that up?
what?
You still pick that up? I was trying hard not to laugh.
No, I didn't hear anything.
No,
Oh,
we didn't
good.
hear you. I saw
I
you
was
over
just-
there convulsing.
Yeah, I know, me too. Trying to hold it back. I'm just letting you know that I have you on different tracks. I can always cut it out. That's all. You know,
We know, Dad.
Got Fuzz. I'm curious to
Yeah.
know you as not a noob MMO player, but playing New World for the first time. I think it was the first time you played it, right? You didn't
No,
play the alpha?
I played the beta,
The alpha.
the first beta.
The alpha. Oh, the first. Okay, never mind.
No, remember that was a beta test.
Right. That was those who pre-ordered got a chance to play beta for a couple of weeks before they put it on the shelf for like a year. All right, but I'm thinking playing the game again. Kind of almost like a noob, right? What were your impressions of New World that just ended their 2-week their beta? Are you ready to play the game full time?
It's got a fun little, like, the PvE is pretty fun when it comes to just being able to hack and slash. It reminds me of Dynasty Warriors, and I used to play the living tar out of Dynasty Warriors 2 and 3. I loved that game.
Really?
For those who, that game
Wow.
was so fun. And I loved that game in Dynasty Warriors, you had to go and do missions, right?
Yeah.
In order to get like people's special weapons, you had to do special tasks within the time frame of the mission. So you had 20 minutes to finish the mission, but you had 20 minutes to finish the mission plus do the special task, which was a pain in the butt to do. So it made me think of Dynasty Warriors in the way that it's a hack and slash game, but also
Okay.
an MMO. I'm kind of enthused. I'm going to take time off to play. I'm going to end up pre-ordering it, but I'm kind of skeptical that only 6 dungeons, no raids, no arenas yet have been talked about. The balancing is going to be very hard to do for anyone who wants to play ranged, and you have high latency. Good luck playing against anyone who has any mobility, because they will just get in your face and you'll whiff every shot. and you better have aim lab training because you're going to be missing a lot of shots between latency and mobility of certain classes. I feel like there's an opportunity for them to hit a niche that is not hit right now, but if they don't put out a good product, Endwalker is coming right at the end of when people are going to be hitting max level in that game. So if they don't do well and they don't have a good end game, people are going to leave that game immediately and go to Endwalker, which is kind of my plan, is to play that game to November, and if there's not a good end game, I'm going straight into Endwalker.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I plan on jumping into Endwalker 2 when it comes out. And that's a fair statement. I hadn't thought about the Dynasty Warriors. I've never played it, but my kids have played it. I hadn't thought about it to cross between Dynasty Warriors and New World. You know, that's pretty good. But you should tell AIM Labs, you just hype them everywhere. You should get some money for all the stuff you hype them with. You change your name on Discord for it. You just like, man. Well, okay. So that was one thing. Was there anything else you wanted to bring up? Like talk about anything that was on your mind? It's like, hey, we're bringing you the MMO show. You're not playing World of Warcraft. You're playing Fantasy 14 right now. What else did you want to talk about? Is there anything?
Well, I've been going through Shadowbringers. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I have to say, for anyone who's played an MMO like WoW and been completely bored out of your mind for the leveling experience, like completely bored out of your mind. I used to have to listen to sermons or just YouTube videos to get through it. Going through Final Fantasy is like, I don't want my kids to bother me, so I won't play till late or play before they wake up, because I want to be able to like get into the story. So I've been enjoying Final Fantasy. It's such a breath of fresh air to be able to play in a game where you're like, if I want to play solo, it's not less of a game like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, if you want to play solo, you're not playing the whole game. It feels like part of a game. And so I've been loving that. And I feel like New World is honestly on the edge. And with their crafting system, they allow you to basically play as a solo player and dominate the auction house, and then PvP with your company and in the times that you want to do that. So those are the two things that I'm looking at right now, is basically Final Fantasy, playing through Shadowbringers, which basically feels like a movie right now with how it grips you in.
Right.
And then waiting for New World, and hopefully it launches this next time it launches so I can actually put in for some time.
Yeah, well said. I mean, you're echoing the thing that my son, you know, why he loves Final Fantasy 14. And Shadowbringers, when he finished it, he was like telling me, this is like the greatest story, not great story ever told. That's, you know, we know that's a great story ever told, but loved it. Okay, loved the whole thing, and just couldn't top raving about it. And I'm like, okay, I remember I had finished Heaven's Ward, hadn't played Stormblood yet. So now that I'm at Shadowbringers, I plan to play through it and actually see what they said, like you said, all the goodness out of it, and then get into Endwalkers, knowing that Endwalkers, if you don't know, is the end of the overall story arc in Final Fantasy 14. Doesn't mean the game is over. Okay, once they release Endwalker, you know, whatever version is, you know, 9.0 to whatever it is, right? Poop. The next patch is brand new. Okay, they're not carrying it on, so to speak. So this is going to be interesting how they're doing it. Hoping they'll catch people in the wave going forward.
And you know what's crazy is
What's
no
crazy?
one knows anything about it other than what's in the trailer.
Well, there's
The
two
trailer-
classes.
The classes are in the trailer too, but
Moon.
the trailer is what gives you little glimpses, and that's what Yoshi P has said, is the trailer has hints at what's going to happen in it. And as you play through Shadowbringers, you'll start remembering the Shadowbringers trailer and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember this. This was in the trailer. This was
The
hinted
moon.
at. Right.
Supposedly we're
And
gonna go to the moon.
We're gonna go
okay,
to the
so,
moon.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the moon. There's gonna be a huge war, and Einstein's gonna be there. Einstein's gonna be back. So I'm hyped
Justinian.
about that.
Einstein.
Whatever. He's Einstein. He's smart. He's
Albert,
cool,
not
and he's
Albert.
a dragoon.
Okay, yeah. Justinian. Okay, that's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm saying it wrong.
And there's a whole bunch of cool new moves that are out in that. If you haven't checked out the Final Fantasy, I don't. Did you see that?
But
Did you
trailer?
report on that? The Final
What?
Fantasy benchmark?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we did.
Did you go through all the abilities that were
No, we did
shown
not
in
go
it?
through all the abilities. We just kind of highlighted. Okay, it's like, no,
This morning, did you, Dad?
no. Einstein's
You're
not a
all of our
lolly.
dads now.
You're all dads.
I'm gonna question my sanity for bringing him on. Okay, so I'm not sure. Bad enough I gotta deal with Solomon.
That's true.
All right, so
It's
Jahzeal,
me.
anything you want to add to any of this discussion we've been having today? A little free open time to just chat.
For New World?
Anything? I don't know. You've been hearing just now, and I don't know.
I mean, I feel the same way. I wouldn't call it being on the fence about New World. I still want to play it. There was some kind of addictive element to it that I kept wanting to play it as soon as I woke up in the morning, and I knew I couldn't because I had church work to do and kids to take care of and puppy to take out for walks. And I was like, oh man, I'd love to just be able to get on and play right. But I would get on and I'm like, why did I feel that strong pull? Because I was also trying to look for bugs and whatnot to help them out. And then I was just kind of like, okay, well, what is there more to the game than what I've already discovered? And I was finding that there really isn't a whole lot. And I went, well, then why do I love it so much? And I can't really put my thumb on it. It's a weird thing.
I get
Um,
that. I get that.
yeah, but I was just loving logging on and going and chopping down trees and going and getting herbs and
Yeah.
killing animals and things to go just make stuff and put it on the auction or hand it over to the guild if I was on the other server, which I wasn't on that much because it just the lag. And I completely hear uh,
West Coast.
yeah, I completely hear what Fuzz is saying about that. I am very concerned about the PvP part of it because this is one of the first, I'll admit it, one of the first MMOs that I actually want to participate in PvP.
Good point.
But
Turning your PvP flag on.
their servers are, I don't know what is wrong, but even the West Coast, I think there's something up. It is way too high ping. Even with me being here in California where their servers are at, it was like, why is the ping so high? And then it's like, 80% of our friends in our community were, oh, well, we're going to be on East Coast. And I go to East Coast and it's 3 times what it is over here. And I'm like, PvP is going to be impossible. There's no way with ping of 150 plus that I'm going to be able to compete. So I was like, would I be happy just only doing PvE stuff, supporting them with materials, with crafted materials, weapons, and armor, and all those other potions and food? Because I won't be able to. I'll just get. I already know me. I'm going to be super frustrated if I cannot compete because of the lag.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
and we've got so many people saying, "Oh, I live on East Coast, and I absolutely will not go to a West Coast server." And I'm like, "Oh, I understand, but that leaves very few of us over here to do something." So that's the frustrating part for me. The rest of the game is fine. It's got good stuff. I do look forward to a couple of years from now when there's more stuff to do for PvE, including all the instances and whatnot. And the instances, I felt I only did 2 of them, but they weren't. I don't think they were as good as World of Warcraft's raids and dungeons. They were kind of, I did that. I got a piece of gear. Okay. It
Yeah, I didn't
wasn't
try
that
them.
great.
I didn't try them, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was very uninspired. It felt like, well, I think it was Vexter Life said it in his video that we were all passing around each other. that it felt like a lot of the content we got, they kind of threw it together. Whoop, hit my punch at my microphone here. They just threw it together really fast to make sure that they had something new to show us.
Yep.
And I'm just, please don't let that be the final cut. Don't let that be, don't let that be the director's cut. All right, please.
Right.
When this goes live, let's see some new stuff and let's have some real, honest to goodness mechanics and things to overcome in the well, they're not called dungeons, but I keep forgetting what they call them. I have my corpse, but I still have my pre-order. I'm still getting the still case. I'm still gonna champion it. They're an underdog. They're they haven't done great with their last releases that are now dead and buried.
Yeah, give him a chance.
So-
Give him a chance.
Yeah, I am like
It's
hoping
the
and
wing and a
praying,
miss on that one.
I know.
and I'm their little cheerleader on the side. Speaking of female characters, but I'm, you can be a
There
male
are
cheerleader,
male
right?
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah. So
So we know what he's running.
yeah, no, I'm making a male in that, but I'm with you. Also, I'm way more excited for Fantasy 14, man.
Okay.
And Walker, just that trailer got me going. It got the juices flowing in my brain. All the endorphins are firing off, and I'm like, yes, okay, now we got some real content that we can dig into, and I know the story is going to just rock our socks off. And well, at least they've had a good track record of doing that.
Yep.
I haven't done Shadowbringers yet, which I hear is going to really just blow my mind.
Yep, better do it.
Yeah, I better do it quick. I probably should
Hard to go to
go
sleep.
panhandle and do a skip over the content or something.
All right, so
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna give you some
I'd
chance
agree
to
with you.
talk too. What do you have any words you want to say? Don't say ditto.
No, I have 30 more minutes. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Don't say what?
Ditto.
Don't say ditto. You got
There
anything you
we
want to add?
go.
That's
I
why
know.
I.
Say it.
That's why I talk more. 'Cause
That's
he's
what-
just going to say ditto.
I
I-
didn't even need to say it. Thank you, SirJahzeal, for that.
I told you. That's why I fill in the time.
So Solomon, when are you coming to Final Fantasy 14?
There you
And
go.
Why?
Good question.
Never. I already answered this question like a dozen times. I just can't get into it. There's the tab targeting. Like I can't get into it. I really can't.
Most
Look,
MMOs are
I
tab targeting.
tried.
Yes.
Yeah, like the ones that are like 10, 20 years old.
How far have you gotten into the game?
I tried like legitimately. I actually started playing before Realm Reborn.
Ew, that's
And
why.
then I got into Realm Reborn and I still couldn't do it. I legitimately couldn't.
Mm.
I tried both versions of the game, like, and I have the account to back it up. Okay, like I really do, but I just
We should get a Solomon streaming challenge where you have to get to level 60 and then you're allowed to quit.
yeah.
Remember, that's
again,
why.
there's-
That's what I did. And that's what changed my mind. Remember, I told Ken for 2 years, no, I've tried it, been there, done that. I played like level 5 and then I delete it. And then I tried again later because I hear how good it is. And I did that. I don't know, probably a dozen times. Probably a dozen times. I installed it, played it for a couple of hours, deleted it. Same thing. I was saying the same stuff that Solomon over here is saying right now. I know if he did a challenge and said, I'm going to play. I'm sorry. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys. On
wait,
Discord, he's over this way. Okay. I'll stop pointing. Let's just do that.
He's up to you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was doing the Discord.
See,
So-
he's-
I know, dude. If you just said, okay, all right, you guys, there's got to be something, or you wouldn't be trying to, peer pressure me. There's got to be something to it. I will play to level 60. If it sucks, you guys need to buy me a drink.
I will
I expect
drive
it-
out to you, Solomon, and buy you dinner. You can make it to 60.
I really don't have any desire to play the game. I really
Oh
don't.
man.
Well, he
I
is going to
really
play
don't.
New World with us, okay, right?
And even then, I really don't want to play New World. Like in terms of
What?
MMOs,
He
I
hates
don't want to
us.
play. Like Final Fantasy and the New World are probably like I actually want to play Bless Unleashed more than I want to play New World.
He likes
That's
to
how
play all
bad
the
it is.
Asian ones. Jeez.
That's Final
Racist.
Fantasy 14. We're talking about no, not necessarily.
I know,
Well,
right?
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, that's of your kin right there. Why don't you want to play that?
I mean, you are going to play Blue Protocol with me, right?
And Lost Ark, apparently. But he's off. What happened to him? We lost him? He's
Sorry, give me
muted.
1 second.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for him to come back here, okay, we'll read some of the chat here, okay. So apparently, Retro can grow a beard, but regularly shaves it so he can avoid a zombie apocalypse having to pull on it when they're trying to get him down. Okay, so there you go. Now CEO of Awesome makes some comments, but then again, CEO has already confessed that he only plays one game anyway. So if you're only gonna play WoW, everything he puts out is WoW, so nothing compared to WoW. So I don't think New World will be very popular in a few years. I think it'll die out. PvP has a place, but most people don't really care for it, in my opinion. And without
WoW is dying.
without a big pop playing New World, it will die because the PvP requires a large player base. And he's also with Mr. SK. Wow, call him Mr. Wow, okay. On this, I also have no desire to play New World. True, I only play WoW. Amadeo says, so is Blessed Unleashed actually pretty good?
I don't know. Bless Unleashed could be a complete huge trash heap. It really could be, but I'm willing to try it out just to see if it is.
So we are talking about playing Lost World at the end of the year, which is another one of those.
Lost Ark.
What?
Lost
Huh?
Ark.
Lost Ark. Sorry, wait. What's Lost World?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
That's Jurassic Park.
Lost
That'd be a
Ark.
terrifying MMO. By the way.
Another
Yeah.
Lost Ark, another game being released by the Amazon Game Studio, but not really. They're publishing it, not releasing it. Okay, so that will be playing at the end of the year, assuming the date it comes out.
I'm looking forward to that one the most, admittedly.
I'm just looking forward to actually playing a game with you, Solomon. Every single time we talk about a game, you're like, "Hey, WoW Classic? No. WoW Retail? No. New World? No. 14? No. Okay."
You better actually play New World, not like, oh, I'm gonna play with you guys. Logs on one time a month.
That might be the case, depending how bad the game it might be.
Yeah. All right.
Like
So
I legitimately have low hopes for that game. From what I've played so far, like I have very pessimistic expectations.
I'll find out, I guess. Which, speaking of which, our world events, New World does come out September 28th. I'm taking vacation days, okay? I know. The quote is... I would think that they actually meant... I can't think that if they actually really think they're going to delay it again, that'd be stupid, okay? But, but New World's coming out September 28th. We'll be streaming it. We're going to live stream it. We're going to launch it. We're going to play the game. I'm planning taking a couple days vacation. I'm literally not doing Valheim. Okay, Tuesday is when it comes out. Wednesday is not Valheim. There they go. I'm still going to play Train Thursday. That's what happened. Now, we kind of talked about this, but we're not quite sure still with the whole Blizzard thing. Diablo 2 Resurrector comes out September 23rd. We may play that, may not at this point. We'll see how it plays out. But then Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker does come out November 23rd. So watch us there for another launch stream and show. Join us. We want you guys to join us, okay? Come in, be part of the conversation. We'll get in the Discord. You can chat with us too. We can play on the same servers together, do all kind of things, whether it's New World or Endwalker. And then, of course, Lost Ark is coming out at the end of the year. We'll see right now because it's a placeholder. We don't know what the actual date is. It's one of those things where it says December 31st. And whenever I see a date that says December 31st, that's a fake date. Okay, so...
There's also Elion coming out, but...
When is that coming out?
I think in 2 months, I want to say.
Okay.
1 or 2
Profile's
months, but
out.
again...
That's what they're saying.
No one's playing Profile with me.
Man, I really wish that game stuck with its steampunk aesthetics, but they went away. Once they gave reins over to Bluehole, they went away less steampunk now. And I'm like, why? You could have been so special.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
You may have
Go
had
ahead,
some
Ken.
people talk about it. I'm not sure, but
Uh,
You forgot
yeah.
about Diablo Immortal news that dropped.
I don't care about Diablo Immortal. It's
MMO
on
your phone.
mobile. Real gamers don't play mobile. Okay, there. I said
Talking
it
about
for
last
it.
week
Whoa.
though.
Hot
Sorry.
take.
Hot take. Yep. You know.
That's
Yes,
good.
I do. I do have one of these things. I do have these. Yes, I do. Thank you very much, but I'm sorry. No.
That's
A
number
mouse and
2 for
keyboard, guys.
worst things said at a public event, along with you think you do, but you don't.
Yeah. You think
Who
you do,
said
you don't.
that?
You know.
That was J. Allen Brack,
Brack.
Yeah.
former CEO of Blizzard.
Oh yeah, I never knew that. I didn't know he said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He
it's
said
couple-
you think
yeah.
you do, but
You
you
think
did.
it-
He'll be working at Subway now.
we all wanted a WoW classic. He said, no, you don't think. Well, it's like the whole thing. I remember. I go back to this early days before Yoshi P took over Final Fantasy 14. Okay, that first game, they were saying jumping. You don't want jumping. They literally did not put jumping in the game because they're like, no, you don't want it. You don't need it. You know, they're like,
Guild Wars didn't have
wait.
jumping.
And so
did
then
fairly
they
well.
released. They came out with the Realm Reborn, and jumping was in it. Thank goodness. But then so does New World. New World was saying no jumping, but now there is a little bit, but still a jump.
Yep. For
Hey,
me, it was so funny that Blizzard's best release recently was their old game, 17 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, they messed it up by adding all of the retail like pay to win shop-esque parts of it that basically made most of their player base mad. But it's funny that the best release they've had has been their original game and then Burning Crusade.
Yep. And you're right. Jalen Brack has stock in Blizzard, so he's not going to be okay at that. All right,
Wait,
our
who
quest.
was that guy that? Sorry, really quick. When the Xbox 360 came out, like they were doing something with the Xbox and nobody liked, and the guy was like, "Deal with it." He told his customers to deal with it. Do you remember that? Never mind.
No, but
okay.
it sounds. I mean, devs sometimes are somewhat, brain dead. Does anybody play Guild Wars 2? Not directly right now. We did talk about it earlier on TMs that they're coming out with a new expansion. So Guild Wars kind of back to life because at one point they laid people off. Like was on maintenance mode only, but there's some stuff coming. So you might see some people playing Guild Wars 2. I'm not. I don't plan it right now, so we'll see.
Kennethan looks amazing. I will admit.
It does look nice.
Our quests are done. The dungeons are cleared, and the loot has been distributed equally and fairly. No, I should say equitably. No, never mind. And crafting orders are completed. So it's time to go AFK. Got Fuzz, where can we find you? And what MMO have you been playing recently?
You can find me mainly on. I do stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/gotfuzz. Like let's see, it's gonna be down. I think it's down here somewhere in this area. You can also follow me on and subscribe on YouTube. I put out more FPS stuff on YouTube, and I've been playing Final Fantasy mainly, and I will be playing New World with these guys, and hopefully we could stream it and talk about Jesus and how he came, died on a cross, rose on the third day, and died for everyone's sins, so that if we repent and believe, we can be in the presence of the Father. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
All right.
Or you just take my spot. Go ahead, guys.
What?
He's the third Trinity.
No, he's.
I'm done.
All right. So you guys ready to point? Because he
Thanks for
Watson
having me.
says stop pointing. Ready to point? 1, 2, 3, point. Never mind. Where'd he go? Where's Solomon go? Hey, get back here.
He went to grab Saki.
No, Suju. No, Soju. All right, we'll get to DK. SirJahzeal, where can I find you at, and what MMO have you been playing?
Still tripping on that. Anyway, yeah, I'm on Twitch. It's SirJahzeal, all one word. And you can also catch me on Discord. And every once in a while, I'll pop on to Twitter. But that's mainly just to post something that's on my mind. A quotation from someone much wiser than me every time. As far as the game, I was kind of lost there for a little bit, but Fuzz helped out, and I am back at Final Fantasy 14. So
All right.
Until New World comes out, that's where I'll be.
Where did Solomon go?
I'm not sure.
I think he's driving Uber.
What do you say? Well, he said something.
Why did I put my face closer to the monitor as if it would make me hear him better? That's what I want to know.
Make it louder. Make it louder.
I say you can find me over at YouTube on Coffee and RPGs.
Yes, you can. If you're not watching his video, you should be, because he's a good TLDR of what he does in a longer form, and it's the news you want to hear, because he reads it for you. Well, not reads everything, but he kind of encapsulates it in nice little sound bites, and it's a lot easier to do than reading it yourself. You know, so that's great to do that. You got to go there. You got to go there. I tell you, you got to go there. Okay. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm just a guy on Twitter. It's called Kennethan Live. I'm just a guy on Twitch, Kennethan. I'm just a guy who, yeah, whatever. So I'm here, but hey, I've enjoyed doing this. Thank you so much, Godfuzz, for being a guest on board tonight. You know, we won't wait as long till next time we have you on board. So, and we have
now.
Yes, he did.
Sorry, did I offend you? It's a habit. Thank you very much.
That's
I'm a martial artist.
appropriation.
He's a martial artist. I'm saying this is all part of his habit thing, you know?
Even
You
more
got a black belt, sir.
appropriation.
I took your martial arts and made them better.
Ooh, okay. Anyway, all right. So, anyways, we're gonna be doing Tuesday nights again from this point on. Or we got an established schedule. Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern. I know that means that people on the East Coast are going to bed, but you know, hey, so far I've seen a lot of people on board tonight who are watching this. You're from the West Coast, so maybe there's a West Coast crowd. And like I said, we're gonna be playing New World, and I'm gonna try joining whatever guild that Hideout's gonna be on, whatever server they're gonna be on. And if it is East Coast, I'll play with him at first. But man, if that ping is terrible, oh my gosh, he's flexing his black belt, okay? Not just a yellow belt, he's a freaking black belt, okay?
Dude, he earned that.
This
He
is my
earned
OG
that.
black belt too, so it's all like it's all messed up and the stuff's all coming off. So
OG. So he by the way, he added himself, not us, okay? So there we go. Anyways, thanks for being here, and we'll be here next week, okay? So God bless you guys. Take care of yourself, and we'll catch you next week on the Trinity MMO Show.